Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome Top 10 Financial Advice. Japanese save money and do good money management. Japan save money so well. Even leaving in Japan can be so expensive. Like in many countries where they focus on earning more money, Japanese people focus on managing money wisely. Their approach is not being rich, but about leaving smart. Please click the subscribe button. Did you know that even though Japan is crazy expensive to live in, the people there are like ninjas with their money? They spend wisely and prepare for the future. They have a unique way of handling money. It comes from cultural beliefs, simple habits, and smart system passed down from generations. They don't just save money. I'm talking next-level money management skills. See, in a lot of places, it's all about making more. But in Japan, they're all about keeping what you got and not wasting it. In this video, we're gonna break down the Japanese system for saving money, managing their finances, and just living this super disciplined financial lifestyle. Okay, let's talk about this Japanese budgeting method called Kakeibo. It basically means household financial ledger, and it's like way more powerful than you might think. This isn't just some ordinary budgeting tool, it's a lifestyle change. Japanese have mastered financial discipline, Japanese financial planning. Instead of eating out, Japanese eat at home, no credit cards, they use cash, they save Mottainai, they save not waste money. Imagine this. You've got this little journal, right? It's not just any journal, it's your financial best friend. And every month you write down exactly how much money you're working with. You get a clear picture of your financial landscape. Then you decide how much of that sweet cash you're gonna put aside and save. It's like paying yourself first. No touching. Now comes the fun part. This is where you get to see your discipline in action. You track every single yen you spend. Coffee? Write it down. Every little expense gets recorded. That new phone case you totally didn't need? You better believe it's going in the book. No expense is too small to note. But here's where Kakeibo gets really interesting. It's not just about tracking your spending. It's not just about tracking what you've already spent. It's about planning your spending before it happens. You get to be proactive. It's like having a game plan for your money. You know exactly where your money is going before you even spend it. Most people use budgeting apps, which are cool and all, but Kakeibo is different. It's more hands-on and personal. It's all about being present and mindful with your spending. You become more aware of your financial habits. When you physically write something down, it hits different, you know? It makes the act of spending more tangible. It makes you think twice about whether that impulse purchase is really worth it. You start to question your spending choices. And at the end of the month, you go back and you see exactly where your money went. It's a moment of truth. Trust me guys, Kakeibo is a game changer. It transforms the way you think about money and spending. So, you know how people are obsessed with having the latest gadgets and designer everything? It's like a never-ending race to keep up with the Joneses. Well, Japan is like the opposite of that. It's a whole different vibe over there. They're all about this minimalist lifestyle that's all about living smart, not just flashing cash. It's about finding joy in simplicity and functionality. Instead of filling their homes with a bunch of stuff, they focus on having fewer things, but making sure those things are top-notch quality. It's about quality over quantity. Think about it. Would you rather have a closet bursting with cheap clothes that fall apart after a few washes, or a curated selection of high-quality pieces that last forever? It's a no-brainer, right? This whole idea of owning less actually saves a ton of money in the long run. You end up spending less on replacements and repairs. You're not constantly tempted by sales, and you're not wasting money on things you don't need. It's like a financial detox. Plus, it does wonders for your mental clarity. A clutter-free space leads to a clutter-free mind. Less clutter, less stress. You know what I'm saying? It's like a breath of fresh air. And don't even get me started on their homes. They're like a masterclass in efficient living. Japanese homes are known for being super efficient with space. Every inch is utilized to its fullest potential. They're not about having a McMansion they can't even use. It's about making the most of what you have. They're all about maximizing every square foot. It's like living in a well-organized puzzle. This means they save money on rent, utilities, furniture, the whole 9 yards. It's a win-win situation. It forces you to prioritize what's truly important. You start to value experiences over possessions. So let me know in the comments, would you rather have a bunch of cheap stuff or a few really nice things? It's an interesting debate. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Let's get a conversation going. All right, let's talk about food. Because let's be real, we all gotta eat. But here's the thing. Eating out all the time is a one-way ticket to blowing your budget. It's like throwing money into a bottomless pit of avocado toast and fancy lattes. But in Japan, they're all about that home-cooked life. Cooking at home is ingrained in their culture, and it's a major reason why they're so good with their finances. Think about it. When you cook at home, you control the ingredients, the portions, and most importantly, the cost. You can whip up a delicious, healthy meal for a fraction of the price of eating out. And the Japanese take this to a whole other level. They're masters of meal planning, cooking in bulk, and using seasonal ingredients to keep costs down. They're not wasting food, they're respecting it, and that translates to major savings over time. Plus, there's just something special about sitting down to a home-cooked meal with your family. So tell me, are you willing to trade a few nights of takeout for some delicious home-cooked meals? Let me know in the comments. All right, let's talk about plastic. No, not the kind polluting our oceans. I'm talking about credit cards. In many countries, credit cards are like the norm. People rack up debt faster than you can say interest rates, and it's a recipe for financial disaster. But in Japan, they're not about that credit card life. They're all about keeping it old school with cash. Why? Because using cash makes you way more aware of your spending. When you swipe a credit card, it's easy to overspend because you don't actually see the money leaving your account. It's like this weird psychological trick that makes you think you have more money than you actually do. But when you use cash, you're forced to confront your spending habits head on. You withdraw a set amount of money for the week or month, and that's it. No more, no less. It's like setting boundaries for your spending. And let me tell you, using cash is a powerful way to break free from the shackles of debt. When you're not constantly swiping your credit card, you're not racking up interest charges and fees. So hit me with it in the comments. Would you be down to switch to cash for a while? Let's discuss. Imagine the peace of mind you'd have, knowing exactly how much you can spend without worrying about hidden fees or interest rates. Plus, it's a great way to save money and avoid the temptation of impulse purchases. So what do you think? Ready to break up with your credit card and embrace the cash lifestyle? Let's hear your thoughts. All right, let's talk about this Japanese concept that will totally change the way you think about money, Mottainai. It basically means don't waste. And it's not just about being environmentally conscious, it's about respecting your resources and your hard-earned cash. See, in Japan, they're not about that throwaway culture. They believe in taking care of their belongings, repairing what's broken, and finding creative ways to repurpose things instead of just tossing them in the trash. They'll take an old t-shirt and turn it into a reusable shopping bag. They'll mend their clothes instead of buying new ones. They're masters of making things last. And this whole Mottainai thing extends to food waste too, which is a huge problem globally. In Japan, they're super mindful about not wasting food. So, tell me, what's one thing you could do today to embrace the Mottainai lifestyle? Let's inspire each other in the comments. Okay, let's get real for a second. Talking about money can be, well, awkward, especially with family. It's like this taboo subject that everyone avoids like the plague. But in Japan, they're all about open communication when it comes to finances. Families regularly sit down together, talk about their budget, and make financial decisions as a team. They understand that financial success isn't just about individual effort, it's about working together towards shared goals. It's like being in a financial power couple, but with your whole family. They'll have these family finance meetings where they'll break down their income, their expenses, and their savings goals. They'll talk about their financial priorities, whether it's saving for a down payment on a house, their kids' education, or early retirement. And the best part? This open communication helps to prevent financial arguments and misunderstandings down the line. When everyone's on the same page about money, it strengthens family bonds and reduces stress. Start by scheduling a family finance night once a month. So tell me, would your family benefit from a little financial heart-to-heart? Let me know in the comments. So there you have it, guys. We just unlocked Japan's secrets to financial success. They're not about fancy tricks or get-rich-quick schemes. They're all about discipline, mindfulness, and long-term thinking. Remember, write down your budget with Kakeibo. Live simply and spend mindfully. Cook at home to save money. Use cash to control spending. Avoid waste and be resourceful. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button, Subscribe for more financial wisdom and tips, and share this with a friend who needs to hear it. Now let me know in the comments, which Japanese money habit are you going to try first? Let's get this conversation started. Until next time, stay financially wise and God bless you all.